Welcome, I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is
Desmond's
Donders. Welcome to Wednesday, whatever I'm calling it this week. Not a great deal to tell you, but lots for you to see on Desmond's Donders. The winter tour continues, but before that, tomorrow we have the Vanners Collab, and then on Friday, Ravenscraig Castle. Monday sees us nip over the border and Bamborough Castle. That was an interesting visit, and well, have a look at the video and see what you think. On Wednesday there'll be another spattering of wisdom, if that's what you're going to call it. Waffle was its old name, but I'm not doing what I was doing, so let's move on. And on Friday we visit Vindollandia, or as we've been calling it, Vindaloo. A Roman fort settlement along Hadrian's Wall, just south of Hadrian's Wall in fact. We didn't get to the wall on this trip for various reasons. So that's what's upcoming. The timings so far are staying the same at midday, and there'll be no change to that. So, what have we been up to? Not a lot, really. We had some gas problems the last couple of nights. The fridge wasn't working when we were away. It wasn't working properly. It was trying to ignite, but couldn't. But there was no click from the igniter either, so Craig and I whipped the sink out and got in to have a look, and everything seemed okay there. It was dry, it was connected, so we're looking at a fault. And then something triggered a memory, and it seemed to me that over the last few days as well, that the cooking had been taking a bit longer, the kettle had taken a bit longer to boil, that kind of thing. So I checked the burners on the cooker. They were dire, absolutely dire. The lowest power one came up okay, but the medium and high power ones just didn't want to play. So that led me to suspect something. And no, we hadn't run out of gas. But that gives us another symptom. We'd used hardly any gas in the whole holiday. When we went, and before we went on the tour, before we went away, I topped up what I thought would be a bottle and a half, and it took about just under a bottle. We topped up during the holiday and we thought we'd be, bottle and a half territory again, and it was barely half a bottle. And it was, there was something going on anyway. So, first place to look, the gas regulator. Now, I have a memory of this being changed by the place we bought it from, but apparently not. It was an original one. Anybody who knows about the gas regulators that were mounted on the wall of motorhomes, caravans, they had an oiling problem where oil supposedly from the LPG was getting in and causing problems with the regulator. Wasn't really apparent that we had this problem, but I removed the gas regulator and basically to confirm the size of the pipe to get the right one. I then discovered when I laid it down that it started to leak oil. With more research, we found that the style of gas regulator was 17, 18 years old. The style of regulator had been changed in 2004 to help prevent the problem with the oiling, and apparently it reduced the oiling significantly. Well, we had a lot of oil in our regulator, and it was only recently that it caused a problem. But that was kind of dangerous, because I am of the opinion that regulators need changing regularly, and I also am of the opinion that not only do they need changing regularly, there's a time limit, and apparently there is, and you'll get recommended earlier than this, but 7 years is more than enough. So 17 years, we've had a good run. The new one's on its way. It's to be fitted by a gas fitter, apparently, but as I did the gas fitting, I'm fitting the gas regulator. Yeah, it's a simple job, and it's just 2 nuts and 2 screws. 2 nuts, one at each end of the gas bottle and of the gas regulator to fit to the system. We've got a changeover valve at the top, so that just fits in, and the other end fits to the system, and just check it for leaks, not with a match, just a warning there, and that'll be us with the gas regulator. But with the amount of oil that's come out of the old one, if it doesn't turn up, it's going back in for the weekend. Okay, just to finish off, an update on my brother. There's improvement. He's out of COVID ICU, he's out of ICU, and he's into a normal ward. He's still on oxygen, but getting better, less dependent on it. Things are looking up. So that's the good news. And the bad news is it hasn't made me feel any better about anti-vaxxers. But that's a completely other subject. And I'm going to step aside and let you see some drone footage. Thank you for watching Desmond's Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.